Deputy Director, what about the 50 billion naira for the Export Promotion Council?
Yes, sir. There's a document we submitted on that as well.
Meanwhile, did the ITF play any role in this first one?
Yes, sir. ITF was involved.
What was their involvement?
They were in charge of M&E. They were also involved in the use of their offices across the country to make sure that people were checked, to make sure that people that had to produce, they collaborated with SMEDEN, and they could use their offices as well.
Meanwhile, let me even ask. So when those items, the gari and the beans and whatever, were delivered, what happened to them?
Because all the states, except then River State, gave the government focal officers. So the government worked with all the states, and therefore the items were kept and delivered. In some cases, governors came out themselves and collected the items, and therefore they were delivered by government to government, except Rivers, where it was also delivered to all others. To the representatives, because there are government institutions there. ITF had
the government took delivery of the food items and did what?
And gave to people.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
People.
Yes, sir, in their states. Yes, sir, the federal government produced, kept these items in warehouses. And when it was time, federal government now sent representatives to deliver these goods, hand deliver these goods to the representative of the states, that this is for your state to be distributed to people within your state.
All right, so the 50 billion naira, yes, move on, sir.
Yes, sir. The 50 with any PC on the funds, but the MOU was different in the sense that BOI was defined as custodian of the funds, and therefore they had a state steering committee as well, chaired by the Honorable Minister and members of the public sector as well. They were concerned with the companies that should benefit. They reviewed the companies and approved them. We only disbursed when approval was given, and we see the signature of the chairman, in that case, the Honorable Minister. So we disbursed them. We had cases where while disbursing, we discovered name of company, but account details of another company. We rejected that. So all the payments we made as custodians on behalf of NEPC were paid to companies with full names, details of banks, BVN, and other things. So that was all we did. And out of the 50 billion, that was, there's a one page or so. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the one page. I hope we all have it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
the front of it that has 1 to 39 gives you the exact companies and the amount that was paid to them, the exact amount, as defined. We also have a complete file with all the agreements, the list of the companies, and approval signed by the Honorable Minister. It's inside this black folder. We will also leave it with the Secretariat. It gives you every detail. The second page is where you have the expenses, the admin expenses, which is also there. So the admin expenses was 4.3 billion. Now adding A and B, admin and the disbursement, you get 47 billion out of the 50 billion that was sent to BOI, and 2.7 billion was returned.
You have not finished. When you say returned,
yes, sir.
Returned to who?
Right. 2.7 billion was returned to EFCC. What happened was that there were petitions, and EFCC decided to look at the documents. They came, we gave every document. They also went to NEPC, collected all the documents. And because it was under investigation, they directed...
In what year was that?
That was last
Because
year.
when you just said was returned and then you kept quiet.
That was early last year, sir. Early last year.
Was 2023.
Yes, sir. Early last year.
3 clear years after the COVID. So the monies were with the Bank of Industry for those years.
No, sir.
Where was the money?
Actually, this money came only, we were only given 9 months to disburse. The money did not come.
When did the money come?
Just want to check.
Yes. When was the money released to the BOI for disbursement?
Yeah, it's 2022.
Accountant General, when did you disburse this money to the Export Promotion Council?
Trying to be sure.
Accountant General, when did you disburse this 50 billion naira to the Export Promotion Council? Okay, please, you may need to provide us with another flash. And the one you bring is no longer opening. Please, just
No, they have not collected it. It must be another one. This is my own.
Which you were meant to submit?
Exactly, sir.
Okay, but why haven't you submitted?
No, I was asked to, because they mentioned that, because we are supposed to show this document before submitting this.
All right. Accountant General, I asked you, why was the money disbursed?
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
You don't know.
Sir, I cannot give that information, especially for now. I have to get back to this. No, sir.
I will confirm that, sir, because even the establishment of the steering committee was in 2021, and it was after that that the funds were sent to BOI.
So from the document you presented to us,
Yes, sir.
I saw some items there that are requests for disbursement of the multiple disbursement, batch 12 and 13, item 13, 180, is this 180 million? Yes, 180 million, 181,000 naira. Item 13, request for disbursement of on the multiple disbursement, batch 12 and 13.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
It's normally they used to bring them in batches.
Yeah, so who are the beneficiaries?
The beneficiaries are also in those batches that they brought, which is what I said, sir. These details can be given because they are in the file. Every company, whoever is the beneficiary, is stated. This is more like a summary, but the details of who takes what, it's in the report here, sir.
Without those details, there's no way one can make a sense out of all these.
The report is here, sir. That is why we said we brought the details.
You have implementation of free voluntary certification, 155 million, 0.5.
It's all here, sir, with the details and approval signed by the Honorable Minister. It's just in this. It gives every detail.
The beneficiaries
Yes, sir.
of each of the payments.
Exactly, sir.
Okay, so have you submitted this copy?
This is it.
So that evidences all the beneficiaries of the 50 billion naira.
Exactly, sir.
All right.
I want to know if the Bank of Industry can actually initiate global standing instruction for the recovery of these unpaid loans from the borrowers. Did you get the question? If you can initiate global standing instruction
Yes, sir.
for the recovery of these unpaid loans, can you do that?
Yes, sir. So long as we get approval from CBN,
All
we'll
right.
get that. Why not, sir? We can.
Okay. So are you already doing it, or you're still
We are
applying?
at one time, actually, we disbursed some funds under JEP and under YES. When they did not pay, we went after their BBNs. But they wrote a petition CBN. And at that time, CBN said to us, you have no right to do that. But what we've done now, we have officially written to CBN, given all the justifications as to why we should use BBN and anything else to recover funds. Because you can only give to others if the ones that have taken have agreed to pay. And in most cases, what they do is if they don't pay, they go to another place. That is why now the credit bureaus, when you take, you are listed there.
So you have not been able to recover anything through this process?
Through this process, no, sir, because they are usually minor amounts. Normally, if you are taking in BOI...
And these minor amounts runs into hundreds of millions.
Yes, sir. If you are taking between, let's say, 100,000 to 10 million. No, it's over time, sir. It's over time. And in most cases, we've been able to recover. The problem is, if you are taking between 1 million to 10 million in BOI, you don't need to bring collateral, because we believe that Nigerians deserve that. Bring 2 guarantors, and 10% of the amount you want to take will be paid into a microfinance bank that will be yielding interest for you. A lot of Nigerians find it still difficult to get 2 people that will guarantee them. But will bring the 2 that will guarantee, and at the end of the day, they have failed to pay. So we are going after those that have guaranteed these loans. There are also genuine cases. For example, if you go to Northeast, someone has taken loan, is doing very well. Insurgency came, the entire factory, I visited a factory in Maiduguri. They were doing well. Boko Haram entered on a particular day, slaughtered 7 of their staff in front of everybody. They slaughtered them, and that factory has been closed till today. They were producing red bricks. Till this moment, that factory is closed because 7.
Very sad.
Very sad. So in that case, that company has taken loan. Now what do you do? The owner of the factory has been slaughtered. His production manager, quality control, and others. So some of this
put into consideration in granting those loans the issue of security. You know, because honestly, I mean, the story you have just painted is pathetic.
I don't want us to veer off the major issues, sir.
No, I'm still coming. I still have another one.
On the Export Promotions Council, 50 billion naira.
That 50 billion. I thought they said they have given us the...
No, yes, but there are some things that I think we need to streamline this discussion around so that we don't go into... All right. Yes, I'm sorry, sir. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The MDBOI, this document, as it is, did not explain anything. And if you look at it towards the page, you see disbursement to the one same company, like about 4 or 5 times. Stress SAT integrated services, number 11, number 10, number 8, number 6, number 5, number 4, and number 2. If all these are interventions for COVID, whatever, through export promotion, is it meant for this only company alone? And if you look at it, all these disbursement in the first page, almost 1 to 39, it's not really speaking to a specific person that received this money.
That's why you gave out this black book.
That is why I gave, this is a summary.
That's why you gave out this black
book that I gave that has every detail
but wait,
of the person.
Yes. But the concerns he expressed are very, very, very strong concerns. But let's do it this way.
Yes.
That 50 billion naira was actually meant for what? What was the purpose of the money?
It was more like export expansion facility for those that had the capacity to export. And because of COVID, they couldn't do anything. So they were helped. Some of them actually were involved in capacity building. Some of them new equipment that it has arrived. They were unable to pay. But I think the details will be better explained by NEPC, sir.
But no, you signed an MOU with them.
We signed an MOU.
The MOU should tell you what the purpose of the fund was.
We were custodians of the fund, sir.
Of the fund that's meant for what?
That they had a steering committee, and it was under NEPC to help those that had the
Honorable
capacity.
colleagues, why I'm asking that question is that I'm just doing a quick glance of this document. Although he brought the document today, we have not been able to even analyze or make copies available. Organization of the organized exhibition, solo exhibition in Bujumbura, Burundi, 101 billion naira, 101 million naira, sorry. Another one in Ethiopia, 91.9 million naira. Another one in Kenya, 75 million naira, and so on and so forth.
Yes,
So I was really wondering what is the purpose of this money. My understanding of the money was that it was meant to help Nigerians who are into production of items.
Exactly, sir. More like conserving forex.
You know,
but however,
by
there
the
was
time
a
you are seeing,
presentation.
there's another free voluntary certification program, 155 million naira.
Yes, sir. It was supposed to be actually to conserve forex at that time, but NEPC made a presentation to Federal Executive Council stating what their intentions were. The Federal Executive Council approved what they were supposed to do. And the funds were...
No, there are no fake approval for these ones I'm reading out to you, sir.
It was part of the implementation as approved by the President, sir, the 50,000. But like I said, sir,
well,
it is better explained by NEPC.
Well, yes, by NFPC, and then this is your document, because you are providing it today too, we need time to look at that. And I want to ask whether you have a soft copy of this document also.
Yes, sir.
Of the item by item disbursement list.
Yes, sir.
Please, it's very, very important.
Yes, sir.
We have it in soft copy on an Excel so that we can do our work.
Yes, sir. With your kind permission, sir, if we can have a contact with the Secretariat so that if there's any issue with it, we can give a new one and clarify it, sir.
Yes, you
Thank
can.
you, sir. Yes, sir.
So, Honorable colleagues, it's obvious that we cannot conclude our hearing on this matter today. We need the NDPC, we need the Ministry of Trade, we need the CSC, we need the SMEDAN, and then we need the BOI themselves to provide a lot of the details for us.
Honorable Kuya was about saying before you yield the floor to me. You talk about the companies giving loan in Borno or whatever. And I believe some of us asked for soft loan in this normal commercial bank.
Sir, I didn't hear you.
Some of us
Yes, sir.
asked for soft loan in commercial banks
Yes, sir.
just to meet some of our little needs. They will ask for insurance. We pay insurance fee. Are those loans not being insured?
Our loans are insured. Every loan from BOI is insured, sir. Every loan.
So,
Yes, sir. It's insured. But there's a limit to what you can recover, even under insurance, in the sense that some of them could be natural disasters. Could be natural disasters. And some of them, for example, in Borno, sir, there are collaterals that have been given to you. And unfortunately, they were burnt down by the insurgents. This is the collateral. You've seen it. Force majeure, what can you do? Yes, sir.
So what is the role of insurance in it? Since you said some of these loans are insured.
Yes, sir. But you can only get a percentage. And we've always get those percentages. But when force majeure comes into effect, it is extremely difficult for you to recover 100%. That's the truth.
All right.
For the last indulgence.
All right, sir. Okay, sir.
Because
All right, sir.
Mr. Chairman, you know that I'm the chairman of Committee on Public Assets. I'm particularly interested in the assets of preservation of assets of federal government. And I'm aware that Bank of Industry sold some government properties, assets, sometimes ago, which the Auditor General's office queried about. Do you have any explanation for that? Did you follow procurement process? Because we know that Section 65, 66.
No,
Procurement Act deals with how to dispose of government assets.
No, we follow absolutely. We follow absolutely all the rules. In BOI today, sir, we have only few offices that are our own buildings. Bauchi, Abuja, Akure, Lagos, and Kaduna. Old N50b inherited. We have not sold any of them. We've not. And that's the truth. All other offices, we either pay rent or the governments have donated them to us, like Enugu, Jigawa, and others, Ikiti. They gave us buildings that, okay, come and operate so that you are closer to our people. So selling of properties does not even come.
Thank you. Auditor General, please don't forget the audited accounts and on the Auditor General's comment on the audited account for the last 5 years. So we'll give you a new date, Executive Director, we'll give you a new date and with your MD so that you can come back and continue the hearing on this matter. So, honorable colleagues, having exhausted the subject matter for today, please, we need a motion for adjournment. Motion for adjournment, honorable colleagues.